around here. Ice on my neck and it's froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. You bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so the keep on coming. Phone ringing, so you know the jumping.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. That's fielded in the end zone, and he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. Oh, Zeke with a quick feet. And down to the 27-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 48 yards. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. 46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him. And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy. Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
Now Ryan on first down. Flushed out right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
20. 11. Hey, sit down. Hey, gun. 21. Let go.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready. Back 25. 21. 12. Hey, gun. 11. Ready, go.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Right. Left. Gun. Right. Wait! Get up!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where it would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Preston Smith in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. A dump off to Elliott. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
54, Sam! Gun! Go! 25 seconds!
Now Ryan on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43.
54, Ryan. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to sling this deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point up and good by Bailey. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
22.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
21. Hey, Tuesday. Wait.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there at 22.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start the drive with Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
46. Go, get out there. There we go, kill.
2nd down, Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, slide in. Here we go, 46. It's coming now. 46.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Swing on the field, right. To the right.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he loses the football the 2nd time. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Got it. Right, 25. 22. Space. Wait.
Now Ryan back into his end zone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Get up! 20. Go! 12. Motion. 12.
On second down, here's Ryan. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to... And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
A first down carry by Elliott. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Prescott going to come up first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. From the red zone now, Prescott able to get away. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A give to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
41 to the will.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now Prescott, his pass caught at the 4. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bailey able to knock it through. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
20. Space. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Good.
Prescott on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Here we go, slide in. Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
Prescott from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And 47, 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Get him, boy. Here we go, slide in.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Now Elliott. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They come out here in the I. They get it to him running left. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go, slide in. Here we go, 47. 26. 26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Third down, here's Geis. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Now he's forced out right. Oh, Prescott stripped into the Redskins. Haven't they do? He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Throwing again. Ryan. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up. Give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Ryan. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Here we go, 46. Here you go. 26.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
But it was stopped on that play. We had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Go, get out there, get out there.
Prescott down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. This will be taken at the 10. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 11. On. 21. 56 to the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56. Gun. 11. 56 to Mike. 56 is the mic.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
20. Got it. 280. Wait. Get up. Wait.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
12. Space. On. 20.
Here's Ryan. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A second down throw for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Gun. Here we go. Warning. Here we go, 46. 26.
First down, Prescott. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Here we go, 46. 47. 26.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zach Brown leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Here we go, 46. Go. Get out there. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Gun. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, we got 3 down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down. Alert. Twist.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
This is Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
26.
The give is to Elliott. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Here's Thompson to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.